If you are watching this video, welcome, because we are about to enter back into the world of DC vs vampires. If you are new to my YouTube channel, hit the subscribe button and make sure to check out my previous videos on DC vs vampires because it's one of my favorite runs on DC. Now, let us begin because it gets bloody very fast. What I need you to understand is the DC universe was lost. The world ended. Wonder Woman, who seems to always be the linchpin in the destruction of Earth, has done it again, just like she did in Injustice. She spearheaded the attack on the DC Universe's heroes, and she won. Not only did she turn Superman, Batman was dead. She didn't kill him, but she was involved. His corpse was put on display for everyone to see and be afraid. Because Batman was Batman. You don't just off a guy like Batman and not be proud. The remaining heroes stood their ground and tried to fight this onslaught of vampires, but not only were the vampires boosted in strength, they seemed to already have most of the heavy hitters on their side already. Shazam and Wonder Woman alone were gods on Earth. And Superman, we don't talk about Superman. So just like I said, Earth was lost. So our story, as usual, begins on the side of the angels. You see, now there was no evil, no bad guys. They were just dead and alive. And the alive forces were a combination of supervillains and heroes working in unison to survive, not win, survive. Adam Strange continuously sent messages to space, hoping for help, but no help was coming. They had to protect themselves. But on their journey, they met a blockade of cars lit on fire. Thankfully, they had Killer Frost, and she quenched the fires, but this was odd. Why was this here? And for God's sake, why was Adam Strange being strange again? He said he could hear a snake, but no one else could. He swore on everything he held dear that he heard a snake, and we see that he was right. But this snake was not a snake at all. This snake was Plastic Man, and he was turned. Jesus Christ. Mad Dog jumped into action, thinking he could use all his guns and at least slow him down. But there was no point. This was clearly a trap, because out of nowhere, Hawk Girl came like a literal Hulk. With her end metal mace, she took Strange's head off. Witnessing this, the commander let everyone know to protect the carriage. They are here. This is an ambush, and he was right, because Wonder Woman was hovering right above them. Jesus Christ, she was scary. Beautiful, but very scary. Shorty was catching every single bullet tossed at her. These guys were not a threat at all. It was like a horror movie. You knew you were about to die. Heatwave went for the convoy. He was about to set it on fire, but Killer Frost was still there to defend it. And she would have, if not for this demonic possessed firestorm. He burnt her to a crisp. Matter of fact, nobody here survived. Even Peacemaker decided to talk midway through battle, and Wonder Woman just ripped out his heart. Every hero was decimated, and she was having fun with it. Wonder Woman, This was fun to her. Realizing that she had to step in, Raven stepped forth, and with her magic, she decimated Heatwave and was going straight for Wonder Woman. But she wasn't watching her back. Plastic Man had her quickly. The rest of the heroes didn't stand a chance. They couldn't even surrender. They were just plucked one by one, like there was no point. The only person left standing was the walking corpse, and they had questions for him because they knew there were more heroes. They knew they were in hiding. They just needed to know where, and he was going to tell them. Except this skeleton didn't give a fuck. I ain't telling you shit, buddy. And before Firestorm could blow his ass up, he got stabbed in the chest by a wooden stake. And we know, as soon as he is damaged, he explodes like a goddamn bomb, evaporating everything in his vicinity, all but his would-be killer. We see it was one of the Wonder Twins, the one left alive, the one who changed into water itself. Jaina was about to take off, but the skeleton enlisted her on the spot like, bruh, we need your help. She wanted to go on foot though. She didn't need any of this hassle, but he didn't give her a choice. You are going to do this because you have to fight for something bigger than yourself. This is for our world. So she took the car and she set off. Even to this skeleton that was actually dead, he could tell this world had taken a toll on her. She was once cherry, but now she feels like death. Come to find out, she literally became a hunter, very proficient in the destruction of vampires, only to notice halfway through that the skeleton was already gone. He had fulfilled his mission, and he had brought them to the swamp. She stepped out curious, only to be greeted by the Killer Croc, and he asked, "Password." Very confused, she made it clear the skeleton man didn't give her any, and Killer Croc said, "Oh, he should have just said that." Bringing out this tiny capsule, we see that that capsule contained the Atom. He was wondering where everyone else was, but she revealed, yeah, they were all killed. Wonder Woman decimated everyone, and they were sad at first, only to realize the mission was completed. She brought the car. He ran towards the car, only to see that what everybody died for was Supergirl. She was in the car all this time. Jalen was pissed. "You watched everybody die. Why couldn't you help?" And Killer Croc says, "Shut up. Don't be a dickhead. Look to the sky. There is no sun. Kryptonians without the red sun are just flesh and bone like you." But enough talk. The Atom grabbed both of them and shrunk them down, while Killer Croc took the vial and swam back into the ocean. Come to find out, the secret city was Kandar. Superman and Wonder Woman had decimated everyone here. There was nobody left alive. So, the heroes made this their base. The Atom shrunk everyone down, put them into this little city, shrunk the city down, and gave it to Killer Croc to take underneath the swamp. They were as hidden as could be, but this was not the time to mourn. The heroes were waiting. The final resistance left to stand up to a vampire invasion. Steel, being the last surviving member of the Super family, greeted Supergirl like a sister. Everyone was concerned for her, but she didn't want to rest. She was a hero after all. Green Arrow, however, was pissed off. John Constantine was working on a plan, and he kept it hush-hush. Green Arrow didn't like that. You share your news, but he didn't want to, because John Constantine is John Constantine. That wasn't the only thing pissing him off. They had to go to the surface. He had gotten word that human beings were kept in camps for food, like rats in a lab. This didn't sit right with him. He wanted to act now, but everyone else wanted a plan. They wanted to clear the skies, not only giving Supergirl her powers, but also another weapon for the vampires because they can stand the sun. But this would be practically impossible. The whole nation was down. Black Manta offered to see, but before they could even come to a stable plan, Batgirl revealed she wasn't rocking with them. She's here with the simple mission in mind. I'm going to Gotham, and I'm going to kill Dick Grayson. Everyone was shocked. Not only were they lovers, not only was he one of the few surviving members of the Bat family, but Gotham City was locked up tight, and no one has ever escaped from there. Constantine revealed, well, someone has, but this someone you're really not going to like. Even right now, he was sure that she was being tortured by very, very conniving individuals. By the look of her hair alone, we can already tell it was freaking Harley Quinn, and she was making them a promise. When I get free of these binds, I'm fucking every one of you up. I promise.